Some companies thrive by mass-producing the same thing over and over. That's the formula behind their success. But things are different with IT. Each company is unique, its IT needs are unique, and each of these companies need a server provider that can finely tune technology to its exact operations and applications. IT requires the commitment, quality, and expertise of a provider like Silicon Mechanics. Founded in 2001 by 3 industry veterans with a 10 by 10 production floor, Silicon Mechanics now works from a facility spanning 120 employees and 26,000 square feet. But this isn't what most companies see when they start with a server purchase. Instead, they see this: Silicon Mechanics website. This informative and feature-packed site is powered by 4 full-time programmers. A big-name provider might only offer 4 servers online. Silicon Mechanics delivers more than 40, all of which are customizable right down to the DIMMs and drives. Silicon Mechanics is the first in the industry to provide an online power calculator for any server configuration, so buyers can plan their infrastructure requirements and costs.
So we know our parts, we know the voltage, we know the amperage, we know how hard we can actually push our parts. We're able to create systems that are able to meet and exceed the needs of our clients.
Silicon Mechanics has deeply trained inside and outside staff standing by to help people with questions, not just on the big blade orders, but even for a little 1U. These are the experts who can guide you in ways a website can't. They can educate a researcher on how a 4P board running Intel Quad-Core Xeon 7300 chips can create a 16-node cluster, or how AMCC's latest 3-ware SAS controllers use advanced caching and battery backup to safeguard mission-critical disk data, or even how the huge product diversity of a vendor like Supermicro can result in getting the features that exactly match a company's needs and so deliver superior value. Silicon Mechanics techs do product validation and communicate their findings with sales staff constantly to make sure that only the best components for your machines get selected. That said, getting an optimal server configured and ordered is only the beginning. Once the order is complete, it goes into the hands of 2 administrators, one in sales and the other in production. These 2 operate in lockstep. One can tackle spur-of-the-moment config changes from the buyer, while the other works with suppliers, inventory flow, and scheduling. When all the necessary parts are gathered in the warehouse, the order moves into production. Components are bench tested, integrated, tested again. Each server and rack under construction sports a colored cone to indicate where it is in the build cycle and to help improve efficiency across the facility. With the parts assembled, Silicon Mechanics next turns to things like software installation, driver tuning, and other tweaks that larger builders can't provide. With bench configuration done and the individual servers sealed up, another pair of techs step in to build the rack. When you watch some racks get built in some shops, it can seem like chaos. This highly practiced Silicon Mechanics team makes it look smooth and effortless. Silicon Mechanics technicians take a lot of pride in their work. They obsess over wire and rack management as if it were origami, something very intricate but beautiful in a way. Precisely built servers perform better, and precisely built racks are easier to manage. By the time configuration is complete, Silicon Mechanics techs will have compiled a spreadsheet for the buyer that maps out every PDU connection, MAC address, U position, switch port, and so on. A shortcut guide to this complex monolith that will save admins time. Next, servers and racks launch into a minimum 24-hour burn-in, with every component being stressed under full load in a Linux-based environment, including complex RAID configurations. Silicon Mechanics can burn in up to 535 servers simultaneously, and there are usually 200 to 250 servers on the company's production floor at any given time. After passing burn-in, the server or rack gets one last QC inspection, then it's carefully taken down, packaged, and shipped. The entire process from shopping cart to shipping truck often takes just 5 days. Post-sale support is a very big deal at Silicon Mechanics. The company's support force is larger than its sales team, and the crew's #1 job is to help people implement their technology.
Tech support will receive the call, and in some cases they'll VPN to see the system, and they'll supply the solution to the problem.
Managing powerful technology is difficult. Deploying the right server racks is usually just as difficult. The #1 thing Silicon Mechanics wants is to take away the complexity of configuration and deployment. Think of Silicon Mechanics as your back room of expert technologists, dedicated to helping you solve the problems you need tackled now.